Hey everybody, this is Marion Cowagowan.
And this is David O.
And this is You Show Me Yours Rewatches, Degrassi Junior High, Season 1, Episode 7, The Best Laid Plans. Is that a double entendre? Why, yes, it is. We'll find out about it.
Yes.
Yep. Because it's the 80s and it was sex comedies everywhere. So they were like, yes, a show for 13 and 14-year-olds. Totally. We'll have a sex joke in the title. That's totally fine. If you were with us the last couple of weeks, we've told you what goes on in this episode, but it bears repeating because it cracks me up every time. Stephanie and Wheels are going on a date, and they it's almost like by consensus, they decide they're going to have sex, even though they have yet to have a full date before this. I don't think we've seen them kiss or anything.
No.
And Stephanie, of course, is full of, I'm 14. I'm not a kid anymore. And as I said when we were watching it, yes, that's how you know adults, because adults constantly go around going, I'm not a kid anymore. I said that to you the other day.
Yeah, I wake up every morning and just say it out loud.
Every time I go buy beer at the store, I say, I'm not a kid anymore.
ID, I'm not a kid anymore.
And the clerk goes, ma'am, this is a Harris Teeter.
I thought you were going to say the clerk goes, ma'am, no one's asking for your ID.
That's true. Yeah. We never thought you were a kid. Trust me.
There's no chance.
We were going to ask if you wanted a senior discount, but not in the other direction. Take your crappy light beer and get out of here, you old person.
It's not even an IPA, geez.
No, definitely not. Anyway, so but what strikes me is they kind of let it's like a game of telephone and decision making at the same time. So like there's this joint conversation that lets them decide they're going to do it.
Oh yeah. No, it's like, it's each of them get kind of asked about it. And then someone says, I heard this. And then it's hilarious. Neither of them seem to even think about it before everyone around them decides that they have to do it.
Yeah.
Or shouldn't do it either way.
Yeah. And they're like, well, I don't want to be, I'm not a chicken. And
I love, my favorite part is when Joey Jeremiah says, oh, everybody's counting on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the guys are like, he's got to do it.
I have to say, yes, the guys care way more about this happening than the girls. A lot of the girls, well, some of the girls are kind of mean about it, but the girls are like, do you really want to? Are you sure?
Yeah. They're like, that's sexist.
But the boys are, speaking of boys and sex, the grade 7s, Arthur and Yick. Yick somehow has a porn, which he's keeping in the bottom of his very messy locker. And do you want to say the name? Because I know you love it.
Swamp Sex Robots.
Yes. What do sex robots do in the swamp? I don't know. We never find out.
This is what Arthur wonders. Mm-hmm. I wonder what these robots do.
Yes, and what cracks me up is they have this tape that is very secretive, but they're waving it around in school, and Yick is like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch a porno," and you're yelling it, and I'm like, people, you would never survive.
Yeah, and it says X-rated in big letters across the back of it.
Yes. Yeah. So they determined that Arthur's mom's VCR has been fixed, so they can watch the tape at Arthur's house. Yick's grandma's there all the time, so can't possibly do that. I love the detail about the VCR being fixed because now nothing is fixable. Like it's either working or it's not, and I love it.
Like, what was wrong with the VCR? Right. Like,
well, that's true. I didn't know you could break a VCR.
Oh yeah.
But
you can.
Anyway, so they're going to do this but they want to be sure that nobody's there. And Stephanie also wants to be sure that nobody is there when Wheels comes to pick her up, because they were going to go to the movies, and then it turned into sex. And so I don't know exactly were they going to have sex in the movie theater? I don't know. Yeah. Because as somebody points out, what's your mom going to say when Wheels comes to pick you up for your date and you're wearing your sexy clothes? Because she says, like, I'm going to be so sexy. His tongue's going to fall out of his mouth or, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, again, ma'am, you were 14.
Yeah.
That is, and also they both say that about the other one. He's so sexy. And I'm like, now I have a different definition of sexy as a middle-aged woman. I do not think a 13, 14-year-old boy is sexy, nor should I.
Yeah.
But I don't think even at 14 would I have thought that Derek Wheeler was sexy. Like, cute, maybe. Sexy, no.
Yeah. He's got a certain like soccer player charm to him.
Yeah, he's very like boy next door, wholesome, scrubbed. As he can talk to his dad about sex, except his dad does not really take advantage of the opportunity. But yeah, he's got a wholesome vibe to him, except for the random episode where he gets gross.
Well, the very first episode where he's not named as like he's not Wheels exactly, because he doesn't even dress like Wheels. He's wearing a denim vest. And he's the one that's just like, oh, Stephanie without a bikini.
Oh,
that Wheels is definitely sealing the deal on the first date.
Yeah, this one is
Wheels that we have since been introduced to after that episode.
It's sort of a shy, sensitive boy.
He's not the same guy. So that is almost certainly. Hey, we've got all these actors and we aren't really sure who's going to do what at this point. Like we've written this episode with several episodes with this character Wheels. Mm-hmm. We don't know who that's going to be.
Which one's Wheels? Yeah. A bit of a retcon. Yeah.
But you know what? That kid that was like Stephanie without a bikini, that guy, he can pull it off.
He could definitely do it. Yeah. So they end up with now, and their mom, by the way, is going on her first date since the divorce. And she says, oh, Stephanie, you won't mind, will you? And Stephanie's like, no, that's perfect, actually.
7 o'clock, that's
perfect. With a big grin. That's not suspicious at all. I think we've talked about this in a couple of other movies. Like, kids, if you're going to be sneaky, you got to be better at it.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this. That's perfect, big grin. Like, no. But the mom is clueless, or Stephanie has been good at being sneaky and the mom doesn't have any reason to suspect anything. Yeah. So the plan that they think they're hatching is the mom is leaving at 7. Wheels is coming for Stephanie at 7:30, and Yick is going to come over with the tape to hang out with Arthur at 7:45. This is all a very tight timeline.
Oh, yeah.
You're in a big city. Traffic happens. Like, I would give at least an hour in between all these things. But it doesn't really matter because mom's date is running late and he's coming at 7:30 anyway.
Yeah.
As we find out later. So Joey tells Wheels, you got to bring protection. It's the 80s, man. You got to be responsible, which, you know what? Yes, you do have to be responsible.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Good for that. I am all for this.
Joey giving a rare instance of Joey giving good advice.
Yes. And so Joey takes him to the pharmacy and brings him in front of the condom. What is it called? The safe aisle?
Well, that's what he calls it. Yeah,
the safe section?
The safe sex section.
Oh, sex section. Section. There we go. Yeah. I see what more double entendres. I get it. Yes. And then he makes a lot of noise, reads out all the types, and he's like, okay, bye.
Yeah. And leaves. He's like, hey, lady, we need help over here. Okay, bye.
Yeah. And leaves Wheels to fend for himself. Yeah. If you didn't see this coming, you haven't seen enough sitcoms. The pharmacist who helps Wheels pick out the condoms is Stephanie's mom.
Yes.
He doesn't know that yet, but we do.
Yes, we do.
And so, and they don't really have a discussion about how to choose condoms, which honestly might have been worthwhile, or at least it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, they need to watch that scene from Meaning of Life. I could get a French tickler. Oh, I could go down to the corner store for my John Thomas.
I don't remember.
I'll have a condom. In fact, make it a French tickler.
No, but I'm talking about like the sizes and when you don't know anything
this
about
one's heavy duty.
What is it? Industrial strength.
Industrial strength.
There's all these, ribbed and a reservoir tip and the size. And when you know nothing about it, you're like, oh my God, I have no idea. Like, a guide to these things would be helpful, but again, we don't actually want these children to be having sex.
So. He picks the most unassuming and probably cheapest one.
Yes, and there's only 3, which I think is. I'm assuming it's 3. Usually, the small ones are in a 3-pack, but sometimes
how do you know that?
I'm just going by size.
What are you doing?
Shut up. Jeez. Sometimes you see people and they're buying like the 20-pack, and you're like, dude, you are optimistic or you are planning for multiple disasters. Either optimistic or very pessimistic. I don't know.
They're wearing 3 and 4 at a time.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's got the condoms. He's feeling good. Goes over to her house, gets her flowers on the way, which is nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, shows up at the same time as what turns out to be Stephanie's mom's date, who has the same flowers.
Yes. solid choice.
Yes.
Yellow pansies or whatever.
I think this makes the adult date look really bad that he has picked out the same flowers as a 13, 14-year-old
boy.
Yeah. But, and they ring the doorbell at the same time.
Yeah.
And Arthur answers because he needs both of the women to get out of there.
Trying to move everything along because not only is Yick coming over, but other people are coming over to screen this porno together. A bunch of teen boys.
Because that's not going to be uncomfortable at all.
No.
Watching porn in the company of your friends.
Yes, as someone who watched his first porno in the presence of his then best friend, I can tell you it's not at all uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, not to get too deep into this because I really don't want to, but like I'm guessing like at that age you don't have any control over things, and I'm guessing watching a porn and getting aroused in front of your friends is bad enough, but watching a porn, getting aroused and coming without realizing it, that's worse.
Yeah, it don't really just happen though, so you don't have to worry about that.
That's fine.
I mean, at least I don't know. Like maybe for somebody it does. I'm not. That's not like me saying, "Look, I don't have any trouble."
I have,
but that's
total control.
Spontaneous ejaculation has never happened to me or those who I would.
I'm told
know well enough to talk about sex.
Okay,
like the dream stuff.
Yeah,
sure.
I guess that's what I'm.
But that's like a whole different thing. Like your subconscious mind and all this stuff. Like
all right. Anyway, I really didn't want to go down that road, but
let's put it this way: there's going to be boners.
Yeah,
Canadian boners.
Is there a U in there?
We got boners, guys.
With the sex robots. Yeah. The swamp sex robot.
Anybody else have a booner?
Yes. So Arthur's trying to like hurry the ladies along, but he's like, "Oh my God, they're here at the same time." And he says to Wheels, "You're not supposed to be here yet. Go away." And Wheels is like, because remember, Arthur and Stephanie are keeping up this charade that they don't know each other and they're not related. And so Wheels is like, "Wait, what are you doing here?" And it all falls apart. Mom comes to the door, says, "Wait a minute. You're the boy I sold the condoms to." And Wheels is just like gobsmacked, like, can't come up with a cover story.
Arthur tries. He's like, "Oh, he's the floral enthusiast.
Yes, that's why he has
flowers.
That's why he has the flowers." Yeah. And Stephanie's mom is clueless, but she's not stupid, and she figures it out.
Yeah,
calls Stephanie down. Stephanie has more eyeshadow on than I have worn in my entire life, and is wearing a tube top and what looks to me like pantyhose turned into pants. I mean, it's just more of this like 50s like legging look.
Kinda,
and she's put a bathrobe on to try to cover up her sexy look. And the mom is like, "Okay, yeah, no." And she says to the date, like, "I'm sorry, we're gonna have to reschedule." And he's like, "I get it," and leaves because he doesn't want to be caught in this at all. He's like, "Ooh, good luck, lady."
I dodged a bullet here,
yes.
Quite frankly.
I knew you had kids, but ooh, boy.
Yeah.
And so Mom brings Wheels and Stephanie in the living room to have a conversation, which we don't get to see. I'm so bummed because, like, as someone with a kid who is about this age, I'm like, what would I even say? I don't know. I need help me, Degrassi. Junior high mom.
Well, this is Degrassi is not for parents. It's for kids.
It's not. It's not.
And kids don't want to have to sit through someone else getting a lecture.
No, but I need to know.
So you need the Degrassi for the parents.
That's true. So meanwhile, the doorbell rings again, and it's Arthur's friends, and it's Yick and a bunch of other people that we've seen in the background of things, and they're like, "We're gonna watch a porn, swamp sex robot."
They just start yelling about porno.
No discretion whatsoever. The neighbors are outside going, "What? What did he say? What? You know?" And Arthur immediately slams the door in their faces and is like, "Ha ha ha!" Just And I don't know if the mom ever found out that was the plan. The mom was focused on one disaster in the living room. So meanwhile, back at school on Monday, Joey is talking to Wheels and is like, "What happened?" And Wheels says, "First of all, like, we're not meant to have a successful date because recall at the dance is when she got drunk and threw up, and that didn't go well. So we decided we're just going to be friends. And it's none of your business anyway," which probably you should have said that like a couple days ago,
the beginning,
but okay. And, Vula and Stephanie are friends again.
Yeah, Vula is like she ramps it up to 11 in this episode. To like get the last little bits of her vampiness out.
Yeah.
And then relents.
Yes.
You know, in the end,
she overhears everyone else talking about Stephanie and how they're going to go all the way. And she hears, you know, gross teen boys being gross teen boys.
Yeah,
like, oh, we're going to go all the way. Oh yeah, I'd hit that, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And she goes and tells Stephanie, after having called her a sleaze.
Yeah.
And then she finally is like, you can't do that. Do you really want to do this? You can't do this. And Stephanie's like, I'm not a child again.
Yeah.
And then Monday they're friends. And the freeze frame is Vula says, Stephanie, would you really have done it if he wanted you to? And freeze frame on Stephanie's face. We'll never know.
It looks like she starts to shake her head no, but they freeze frame.
Yeah.
Before you can see. But yeah, Vula, really exercising those last few demons in her betrayal arc.
Yeah, and she's still got the president is talking to me. Oh, let me write this down in my diary so I remember the day. I mean, like, she's, again, I've said this before, credit for commitment to the grudge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is fall now. She's held on to this for 2, 3, 4 months. Like, nice job.
Well, and despite her being your grudge role model, you are not weak as her, right? You're not going to relent on any of your current grudges.
I only have the one.
After a season or two.
I only have the one.
Okay.
And no, I'm not.
Good.
I'm not.
Just got to make sure you keep that grudge.
I mean, I don't call people sleazes.
That's true.
But also, it's give, take. So.
But yeah, Vula really flexing the wardrobe.
Oh.
Man, she wore a pirate shirt in this episode, like just a full-on billowy white blouse pirate shirt.
Jerry Seinfeld would wear that in a second. And then the other one, it was like a pirate, not a pirate, but it was like a white sort of a starched collar sewn into a dress.
It was like an officer's uniform or something. Like it had like there was a dress, and then it had like this top like blousing out of the chest of it, and in this weird way, like it looked like she would be like a first mate on a French galleon or something.
I like that you specify that it's French.
Oh yeah.
The wardrobe of this whole group of kids is so interesting because some of them are just in jeans and t-shirts.
Yeah.
Arthur, his first day of school outfit was the stretched out t-shirt with the pencil on the front. Yeah. And then Stephanie is a whole other thing, but Vula's wearing these sort of grandma clothes, but we've seen a lot of girls in heels.
Yeah.
And like skirts and probably hose and and I know in the 80s like kids dressed more like grown-ups when they dressed up, but the range of clothes at this school is interesting. It's like usually it's, well, of course, I don't know how it is in real life because at my school everybody wore uniforms, so it was different. Mm-hmm. But like usually when you see student bodies on TV, everybody is approximately in the same dress area, like mostly jeans, mostly dressy.
Yeah.
But this is all over the place.
Yeah. It kind of depends. At my public school, we had the rednecks who all wore bootcut Wranglers and big gold belt buckles and button-down shirts and cowboy hats, and we had the preps who wore polo shirts and Dockers, and we had the goth kids and the metal kids who were wearing black t-shirts with band logos on them and Jinkos and way too big of pants. And then we had the nerds who were all wearing like the similar clothes to the preps, but fitted in such a way that they just looked dorkier.
Yeah.
Like somehow all of my friends wore like the exact same type of clothes that the preppy kids wore, but just wore them in a way that made them look like dorks.
Just never. Well, yeah, I remember that feeling. I was like, I'm wearing the right things, but it's not, and it's because my Oxford cloth shirt was from the boys section, and it never occurred to me that was a thing.
It's always there's a nice variety at Degrassi. I always shout out to the swimming girl that always is wearing like frumpy sweaters, and she's always like the slouchy girl from the swimming episode with the bra that shaped her. Oh,
she had, what the sweater she had on this time was though?
I didn't know what
it was. It was a bunch of sheep, and then one of them stands out, which is very similar to, probably not the same one, but very similar to one that Princess Diana had. So
Yeah, could be.
I don't think it's exactly the same one.
Yeah, but yeah, she was always consistently in like frumpy sweaters and oversized clothes.
She has a sort of a side conversation with, so that's Melanie, and she has sort of a side conversation with Kathleen, because of course after a while the whole school is talking about Stephanie and Wales are going to do it. They're going to go all the way. They're going to
they're kind of like the
theater.
They're like an unfunny version of Waldorf and what's the Muppets?
Oh, Statler.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yes.
Yeah. They're just there, like the camera just pans to them and they have a dialogue, but it's not a joke. Like, it's not end with a joke.
Well, it's not, but so this is so spot on for like teen girls at this age. Kathleen is very disapproving. Kathleen is terrible.
Oh yeah.
I think we know this already. We're gonna learn it more. Like, she's prissy, she's judgy, she's me, but I don't like her. And she's like, you shouldn't be having sex before you're married. It's terrible.
I'm saving myself for my husband.
Yeah, and then Melanie's like, who's going to marry you? Which is
Well, true. Yeah. I take it back. I guess that one did end with a joke.
Yeah.
Who would marry you? Waka waka.
And Melanie is is similar to the drugs, where she was like, I just want to try it once. I don't want to get addicted or anything. She's like, I think it's okay to have sex.
I'd do a sex.
Yeah. Right. Was she the one like, if you love the person? And I was like, clearly they don't. Like, this is not.
They haven't even been on a date.
Yeah. And that's the thing I think that is key here. Like, so now that we have a kid this age, I've been thinking about, how do you talk about teens and sex? Like, pretty much since he was born. I was like, this is coming. What do we do? In general, I feel like most teenagers not really ready for sex emotionally.
Yeah.
But if you do, I think it needs to be in the context of a relationship, and a healthy, caring relationship. I'm not really comfortable with the whole idea, like, it's just body parts, it's just a feel good, no big deal. Like, that's just not me as an adult, even.
Yeah. Well, you don't really get to decide that, but you can.
What do you mean I don't get to decide?
It doesn't matter what you're comfortable with for his
sex
life.
I'm just saying that's my my stance.
That's what you can convey to him. But
yes, but the whole idea of, like, you get talked into sleeping with somebody at age 13 by everybody else who think, like, no. Well, not healthy.
And I think that's essentially the idea of this whole thing is, like, they got railroaded into this.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them actually wanted to. And if they had been stronger and pushed out the outside influences, maybe they would have had a successful date.
Mm-hmm. It would have been very sweet.
Yes.
And, go to the movies and, like, hold hands.
With his flowers, and they would have held hands, and
it would have been adorable.
Peck on the cheek.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody at my school was having sex at this age. I know there was one girl who had, because she was my brother's year and she was pregnant in freshman year.
Yeah.
There were probably others.
We had one. Yeah, we had one or two for sure. We had one or two pregnant dropouts.
Yeah.
I have no doubt. Like, we were in an area where some of those kids' parents had them at 16. So I have no doubt freshman year of high school, or, 8th grade or whatever, like, people were boning. I knew people who were going to, like, kegger parties in 9th grade and 8th grade. Because there's not a lot to do out in the country. So, you get drunk or you screw or whatever.
For so many things, I was so incredibly sheltered. Like, I realized I was, to an extent, but the older I get, the more I'm like, oh my God, I practically lived in a castle with a moat around me. Like, none of this stuff was on my radar.
Yeah. My high school experience was not exactly, or the people at my high school, the way that they experienced high school, because it wasn't how I experienced high school. But watching from afar, it wasn't exactly, but it was very near to Dazed and Confused. Like, they got, once you were old enough to have your own car, you were managing to scam beers and smoking pot, and like, it just, we were 20 minutes from a big city, from like a moderate sized city, the third or fourth biggest city in the state of North Carolina. But that might as well have been 20 hours away. Like, no one was going to Greensboro to party. They were all going to a field, a random field. And managing to Glenn's brother got them a keg because he works at the gas station or whatever,
Yeah. Can we talk about Arthur and Stephanie's mom for a minute? Sure. She cracks me up because a couple things. So they're having dinner, and she has sold Wheels the condoms that day, and she's a little disturbed that because she doesn't know who he is, but she knows he's young, and she's and she brings home. She gave him pamphlets like if you're thinking about having sex, which he did actually read.
One of them was called "How to Say No."
Yeah. And she brings them home for the kids, and she says, "Children." Whatever, and then keeps saying children, and I'm like, I know you don't know this one very well because he doesn't live here because you split him up, but this one's Arthur, and this one's Stephanie. You know that one, it's just weird.
I also like that she said, "I have some literature for you." I love when people pronounce it that way. Literature. I have some literature.
That's nice. And then Stephanie's like, "Mom, these are for Arthur."
Dude, give it to him.
I have them for you too.
Yeah,
and also we're pretending, but Arthur's not going to need them.
Yeah, Arthur's good.
No, although he seems to have grown in the last couple episodes, or thinned out or something. He's buying shirts that fit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's probably a clothing doing the work.
Yeah, because that first episode was rough. That was not a good wardrobe day for him.
Well, it's one of those things. Husky kids fall into this trap where they think bigger clothes are going to hide their fatness, but it really doesn't. It really is. It just drapes on the fat.
Yeah, well,
it just hangs, and you can see that fat kid's wearing a tent.
Well, and it's tricky because the clothing manufacturers think that if you're big this way, you're big that way too, or vice versa. If clothing fits me one way, then it hangs down to my knees and I look pregnant, and no.
I've never had a pair of pants that had a butt that was tailored to fit my butt, which is not much butt, but they just assume, oh, you are 48 waist. Guess what? You must have the ass, because we're going to give plenty of room in the seat here. I don't need take that seat room and put it in the front for my belly.
You could wear them. You could wear them backwards.
Yeah, maybe.
Be like crisscross.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
Make you jump.
But yeah, I love it. But I love how, because when Arthur comes over, she's like, Arthur, I know I haven't seen you in a week, but I'm going to go on a date. The subtext is, Mama needs some adult time. Maybe Mama needs to get laid. Maybe that's the best laid plans. But she immediately, when she figures out what's happening with Stephanie, she's like, okay, sorry, dude, bye. I got to be a mom now.
Sorry, Michael.
Was that his name?
I think his name was Michael.
Yeah. He called her at work to ask her out, by the way. That's I
also like that on his call where he's asking her out, he also asked her what a reasonable dose of vitamin C per day is.
Yes. Oh, yes. And Stephanie's like, is he cute? And the mom's like, I don't know. He gets colds a lot.
She was like, in his own way.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And then I saw him and I was like, nah.
Yeah, he's kind of like a young John Lovitz.
Yeah.
Kind of like sort of. He's not fat, but his head is fat and doughy. It's just weird when guys have that, where they're just they're reasonable build everywhere else, and then they just have a jowly face. And he also had a slight receding hairline and stuff. Just it was real John Lovitz energy for me.
As someone who has middle-aged lady jowls, let's be respectful of the jowls. They just happen. You can't do anything about them.
Also, your head is proportional to your body.
Well, thank you. That's good. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Well, for boyfriend, the credits call him boyfriend. He's not a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But it really points off that he brought the same flowers as the teenager. That's
why? Just have good taste.
It's not. Those are cheap flowers. Yellow daisies? No.
This guy's blowing all his money on vitamin C. What can he do? Before we wrap it up, can I just say my favorite little detail from this episode is that they show, which we kind of know already, Arthur to be a latchkey kid.
Yeah.
But did you notice that on his key necklace he had 2 keys?
No,
Yes.
I didn't. I did notice the necklace, and I was like, the pencil was worse than this, but only a little bit.
But yes, that is
There's
the ultimate 80s,
great.
90s latchkey kid thing. I am a latchkey kid, and I have 2 keys because I have one for my dad's house and one for my mom's house.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and it's when do you graduate to we trust you enough to have a keychain that goes in your pocket? I would have thought it was before 12, 13.
Maybe. I mean, for all we know, knowing Arthur, this is his decision to continue wearing it as a necklace.
That's true. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to be hanging out with Yick, and Yick loses everything. So, yeah. The other thing that two things that I liked. One, I noticed in a couple of people's lockers, particularly Wheels, he's got a Stephanie K for president poster.
Oh, like still, yeah.
And someone else has a pin, so that's a nice like world building thing. I have a feeling Stephanie's not getting very high approval ratings because she's more focused on doing her makeup in the morning than anything else.
And we haven't really seen. We've seen the one duty of the president, with giving the speech about the kid,
which she wasn't able to do.
The dance,
yeah.
But yeah, we haven't really seen much of her presidential actions.
Something tells me a future in politics is not for her.
No.
But the other thing, so Stephanie and her mom, this is before Arthur is there. It's not his night yet. Are having dinner, and we couldn't tell what they were eating. There's Parmesan cheese on the table, so it's apparently some kind of pasta, but I don't know. But there's a carton, a paper carton of milk on the table. Remember in the 80s when everyone drank milk with dinner? Did your mom did it? Yeah, we did too. I feel like by the time we were like 10, my parents were like, okay, you can just drink water. It's fine. But I think a lot of families have this period where everyone has milk with dinner.
Yeah, apparently in North America, the milk lobby was very successful. Yes. Even before the milk mustache ads got milk. Ads very successful in making parents believe, or then like you think back to something like Christmas Story, they're having milk at every meal, at the meals when they eat, so like there was a time in America that really faded out probably in the 90s, where just everybody was drinking hecka milk all the time,
including at lunch where you were at school lunch where you're going to drink a carton of milk and then go run around in the heat. But yeah, they have a carton of milk. It's not in a bag.
It's not a bag.
I was given to understand all Canadians have milk in a bag.
Yeah.
Was I lied to, or they hadn't invented it yet, or what's going on? I need to know.
Apparently, maybe it's not Toronto.
Maybe
it's everywhere else.
Maybe, or maybe it's 2 people. So maybe the bags are bigger.
It's too
than
much
they
milk.
Need.
Yeah, maybe when they were a nuclear family, maybe they had bags, and now they have cartons.
That's why they sent Arthur to Dad's, because they were like, it's not the right amount of milk. They don't make milk for 3 people.
That also might be a thing where they're just like at the store, you're buying a bag of milk, and they're like, "Are you married?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Okay,
that's true.
Go get a carton."
It's just
you can't.
We have socialized medicine and we have socialized milk purchases. You don't qualify for the bag.
Broken home? No, go get a carton.
No milk for you.
Yeah. No, you can still have milk because it's very important to have milk with every meal.
That's true.
But you will drink from a carton, like the beasts of the field.
Yeah. And now 2 generations after this, our kid doesn't drink milk. Ever.
I don't think he's ever drank a glass of milk.
We've tried to get him to. He will not touch it.
Yeah.
At his last doctor's appointment, they were doing all the well-check things, and they're like, "And what kind of milk does he drink?" And I was like, "He doesn't." And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "He does not touch milk. He will not drink it."
There's no sort of like he eats cereal, but he did not with milk.
No. And so they said, "We'll just put down skim." And I was like, if you want to put down the wrong answer,
knock yourself out.
Sure. But I mean, I think like,
my options are whole, 1%, 2%, and skim. There is no option here for no milk.
Yeah.
You are messing up our system.
Yes, like I don't really care what your answer is. I just have to put something. Yeah, I imagine it was more about like the fat in the milk.
The next button doesn't become active till I have an answer for every question on this form. Okay,
that's so disappointing when you're at the doctor and like you're pouring your soul out about and the problem is and then you can tell that they do not care. They're just like, just tell me what box to check.
You have had bad doctors.
Yeah, well, it's the nurses.
Oh, okay.
The doctor's always nice, but it's.
I don't know. The nurses find me very charming, I think.
Well, you are very charming.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Back to Canadians and their milk. So yeah, no bag milk. Our Canadian listeners, we know there's like 2 of you.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Please.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that is the best laid plans.
Yeah, teens don't have sex. That's the moral of this story.
No one got laid.
Yeah.
And don't lie to your parents.
Yeah,
Stephanie, by the way, gets grounded for 2 weeks. I feel like her mom did not understand the full gravity of the situation.
Yeah, because I don't think her mom put together that, like, she was dressed in her,
quote, school clothes,
quote, tramp clothes, as the mom said.
Dude, yeah, that was harsh. That's worse than Vula calling her sleaze.
I don't think the mom put together that Stephanie is dressing like this every day at school. And Stephanie, I'm sure, didn't volunteer this information.
No, and Arthur didn't either. So,
I know,
no, good job, Arthur.
Snitch,
he's saving that for...
Yeah, there's going to be an episode soon called The Blackmail. He's going to be like, I want you to get mom out of the house so we can watch Swamp Sex Robots.
That's right.
Or I'm going to tell her.
Still haven't seen it. Yeah. Well, next episode is an LD-centric episode. LD's father is hospitalized with angina.
Dang.
And we learn that her mom died in hospital, and so she doesn't want to go visit him because hospitals. That's trauma early on. So, and then if you've been listening to the theme song for these Degrassi episodes, and you're like, Spike, who's a girl named Spike? We're gonna find out.
Yeah. Well, you don't know that the theme song is called "A Girl Named Spike" because there are no lyrics in the intro to this.
Okay, sorry.
Have you never listened to this from the start? But that is the name of that song, and we will talk more about that on the next episode.
So Spike shows up in the next episode. Vula and Spike send flowers to LD's father, who tells them LD never visited her. That means the mother. Meanwhile, the grade 7s lose the school snake.
Oh, dang.
That hijinks.
Yep.
Hijinks everywhere. All right. Well, so next time the episode's called Nothing to Fear. I see what they did there. Yeah, hospitals and snakes. And we've got trauma and loss and snakes together.
Snakes and loss.
Those go really well together.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, folks, we would love to know what you thought about this episode. By the way, this is one of the ones that the BBC would not show during the first run. The Brits are very sensitive to matters of teen sex. Can you fill us in on the Canadians and the bag milk? Oh my God, I'm so flabbergasted by
say words.
I lost any words. I was like, what else could they possibly want to tell us?
Just tell them the address.
Do you know the address?
Just say the email.
Yeah. You don't, because I say it every time. Our email address is whysomewhypodcast. That's whysomewhy for you show me yours @gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, same handle. Also on our Facebook feed, you can find links to our newest episodes. In 2026, we have episodes every single week. The first Wednesday of the month, we do our usual Why Some Why thing, and we talk about a movie or TV show that we loved before the first date. And then all the remaining Wednesdays of the month, we are watching Degrassi Junior High all year. So next week, it's all LD and we meet Spike.
Yeah, boy.
So we'll see you next time with LD and Spike. In the meantime, this has been You Show Me Yours. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
The thing about drinking milk with dinner is, we used powdered milk when I was growing up because my mom had done the math and it was cheaper and more nutritious. I think it had more protein ounce for ounce than liquid milk. So you had to mix it up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had powdered milk sometimes.
And when I was little, it was fine. And then I think I got to school and tasted liquid milk and I was like, oh, this is so much better. I could never drink it again.
I would only ever take it in cereal.
Yeah.
I would take a powdered milk in cereal and that's it.
Yeah.